Hi. It's been a minute. So sorry. Sorry that I've been gone for so long. It's not really for any reason other than I've just been doing a lot of school stuff. I have been continuously like thinking about YouTube and what I should upload to YouTube, and then I just won't upload anything. So I'm here, I'm back. I'm probably still not gonna upload very consistently, but I'm gonna try more than I have been for the last month or so. So updates. I got tattoos. Look at that. I can't show you when I'm sitting down. They're meant to be shown like this, but yeah, this is the best you'll get. I'll put up pictures of the designs in editing. But yeah, I got tattoos. I also have one on my leg that I'm not gonna show you because it would be even more awkward than what just happened. Also, I'm double majoring now, which means that previously I was majoring in art with a minor in art history, but now I've decided to change it, so I'm double majoring in both art and art history, which doesn't really help my scheduling in terms of uploading for YouTube, but whatever, it's worth it. I don't have to pay any extra money for college if I do it within this time frame, so I'm doing it. I also wanted to say that I'm going to be focusing a bit more on art and art history, considering that it is something that I love so much. I'm still going to be doing like the regular like reaction and Satanist content, but I just want to incorporate more art related things and possibly show off my own art and creativity through my YouTube channel. So yeah. That being said, let's get on to the main thing. This is a slasher tier list. Now, looking at this tier list, I think that I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like ranking slashers like by attraction. I'm not doing that. Personally, let's do how efficient I think they are, like how good I think that they are at their job, you know? And most people, like when they do tier lists like this, when they come across something that they don't know or don't recognize, they usually like put it in the bottom, or like they just don't do anything with it. Instead, I think I'm gonna make just baseless assumptions about that character and put them wherever I think they should go. And we're off to a great start because I have no idea what that's supposed to be. So I'm just gonna assume that it's meh. Okay, next we have, I think it's supposed to be like the girl from the Saw franchise, like the girl who like goes out and kidnaps people for the dying guy. I think she's pretty okay. She has some father issues, clearly, but like she's pretty good at kidnapping people. So like, you know, she's okay. Jesus Christ, these are all awful. I can't see shit. But yeah, that's clearly a person with a knife. I swear I know more slashers than this. We're just off to a rough start, but he seems like he's doing what he's supposed to do it, so I'm just gonna put him in okay. Next we have the clown from Terrifier, Art the Clown, and I actually think he's pretty good at his job. He's pretty effective at what he does. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him in pretty good. Actually, I'm gonna adjust my list. There we go. Okay, updated. Next we have like the Saw like puppet. If you watch the Saw movies, the puppet actually doesn't really come up like hardly at all, but I'm assuming that the puppet's supposed to be like a placeholder for the actual guy, which I mean is pretty effective. I wouldn't say it's as effective as Art the Clown, because you know, like it's meant to be like giving someone a second chance at life. If they manage to do this awful thing, they appreciate their life now, and it's all gaudy and pretentious. But still, either way, if his goal is to kill people, he's not really good at that. But his goal isn't to kill people, so, you know, he's good for what he wants to do, I guess. I don't know what the fuck that is. But it's creepy as hell. If you know what movie that's from, you should tell me. I'm gonna put him with Art the Clown. He seems weird. I don't know who that is either. We're just gonna put him in okay, because I don't know who he is. And then we have, I think that's supposed to be, the boy, the guy, the Brian? I don't remember that movie. Like, I've seen it. I know that I've seen it, but I do not remember what happens in the movie. So I'm just gonna put him in no opinion. Next we have Leatherface, I believe, and he has a pretty good track record, right? He's pretty good at what he does, I think. I wouldn't say he's as good as Art the Clown, though, so I'm gonna put him with, I'm gonna move this suit guy down to meh. And I'm gonna put him in okay next to Saw. Next we have, is that supposed to be the Candyman, I think, right? The Candyman movies where he's kills people. Why is he called the Candy? I've never seen it. Why is that? My brother likes Candyman, or the Candyman. But yeah, he seems like he's probably okay at killing people. Next we have Carrie. I love Carrie. She's so good. She deserved more. I'm just gonna put her in the very top because I love her. Okay, next we have, what the fuck? Freddy Krueger. Okay, I actually am currently watching all of the not Five Nights at Freddy's. That would be so cool if they just had animatronics and then fucking Freddy Krueger. But no, I am actually watching all the Nightmare on Elm Streets right now, in order. I'm currently on like the 5th one, I think. And like, I'd say he's creative, I'll give him that. But like, they usually do kind of defeat him in some way, and usually like a decent amount of people live. Like, I think only like a couple people die in the movies that I've seen so far. You know what? For the creativity, I'll put him in the A tier. Next we have Scream, or like Ghostface. Scream is the franchise. I think Ghostface has a pretty decent. Well, no, it depends on which version you're talking about, I guess. Like, if we're talking about like Billy Loomis, like the two main guys, like the first couple, or really just the first couple of movies, yeah, pretty decent track record. But like in the more like the older ones, the more modern ones, not the best track record. Like, I don't think in Scream 7, not many people died. I was kind of surprised about that. So I guess we're ranking it by the old one. I'm gonna put it up here. But if we were ranking strictly by the new one, I would put it lower. Next we have Hannibal Lecter. I love Hannibal Lecter. And I'm also gonna put him with Carrie. Okay, yeah, that's just like a shadow. I can't see what that is. Sorry. I'm gonna put him lower because I can't even make out like what form that is. Next we have Jason. I love Jason. Jason's just a sweet little guy who cares about his mom. I mean, he murders people brutally, but like, you know, at least he makes it quick. I will say that. If you, Friday the 13th is like one of my favorite, like slasher franchises of all time. And if you watch the movies, he usually is like pretty quick, with the kills. Like, he does not really drag it out a lot of time. Like, there's a couple stranglings, like where he chokes people to death, but usually it's just kind of like a quick, and then like you're gone. So honestly, like, I'd like to be, if I had to choose one of these guys to be murdered by, I'd probably choose Jason, you know? Okay, I don't know who this girl is, but she's very pretty. Pretty privilege exists, especially in the slasher franchise. I'm gonna put her in the A tier. Next we have Michael Myers. Michael Myers is, I think it's kind of the same as with Scream or Ghostface. It's kind of like the older movies, he seems more efficient. The newer ones, I haven't seen the last one so far, but I would say overall fairly efficient. So I'm gonna go with A again. This Norman Bates, that's right. Okay, yeah, I would say he's pretty decent at stuff. People love Norman Bates, and I don't really get it a lot. Like, if you look like, what's one? I look at a lot of like fan art online, and specifically on Tumblr. Maybe it's just because people are so deranged on there. A lot of people fucking love him on Tumblr, and I don't really get it. But like, I'm not gonna yuck someone else's yum, so whatever. Next we have, the guy from Leatherface brother? Cousin? I don't know. The guy from the original fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I'm gonna put him, does he even really kill people? It's mostly Leatherface, right? I don't really like him that much. Like, he's fine. I will say that scene in the bus where he like cuts the guy and he like pulls out a bunch of stuff in his leather little sack and he talks about slaughtering the cattle. That scene's pretty fun. I do enjoy that scene. It's very creepy, so that's great. Next we have Jason's mom. And obviously, she's gonna go right next to her son because they're both great. Give them a break. Next we have, American Psycho guy. I would put him in A, just like because he's pretty efficient, but because of like the weird, well, there's also the girl bossification of him. Okay, if we were going by like alpha male, like how alpha males like really idolize him, he'd be going in like B or C tier, but because of the girl bossification, I think I'm gonna put him, I'm gonna keep him in B tier, a little higher than what I was going to do. Next we have the clown from It. He's not good at killing people. He's great at terrifying people, don't get me wrong, scary as hell, but doesn't have a great track record for killing. I think he kills like 2 kids, at least like in the modern one, question mark, I don't know. He is a creepy character though. He is pretty fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him in the A tier. No, I'm gonna put him in B. I'm gonna put him in B tier. Next we have Pinhead. I've never seen Hellraiser, I think is the movie. But the character design is pretty fucking great. Or I either don't know or I can't recognize these last couple characters, so I'm just gonna place them. And then this is my final tier list. I'm gonna find a different one because I went through that like really fast. I'm gonna try and find one where they actually like rank the movies. I think that would be fun. Okay, I found this massive list of horror movies. I'm not gonna do them all because that would be insane, and also I don't know all of these, but I am gonna take the ones that I do know and go ahead and put them up there, so doing the exact opposite of what I did beforehand. So first off, we have The Exorcist. I enjoy The Exorcist. I'm not usually a big like possession movie fan. I like hauntings, but like something about possessions is just kind of like, okay, like he's in a body. Oh no. You know, but overall I think that they're pretty decent movies, so like I'll put them in C, you know, like right in the middle pretty much. Next we have The Thing. I like The Thing. My mom forced me to watch The Thing as a child, so overall I think it was pretty alright, so I'm gonna put it in B. Okay, next we have Resident Evil. I've watched people play the Resident Evil games, but I haven't really seen much of the movies, so going off of the games, I think that they're pretty alright. I'm gonna put them in A. Next, we have The Fly. I love The Fly. Oh my god, hey. Okay, but hot take. Possibly hot take. I don't know how popular The Fly is. The original 1958 one is so much better than the 1986 one. Way better. Oh my god, it's so good. It's like one of my comfort movies. It's amazing. I love it so much. If you haven't seen it, you should. I'm pretty sure it's on Max, or at least I watched it on there at some point. It's pretty alright, and I'm gonna put it in S. Okay, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. I mean, it's iconic. Human Centipede. So I haven't actually seen Human Centipede because the concept is disgusting. But I have watched, like, videos, like, deep dives on the movies because, you know, if I can't watch the movie, I might as well live vicariously through someone who has. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in D. I think the second one shows more promise than the first one. Like, the second one seems like a much more, it doesn't seem like it was done as much for shock value. Like, it seems like there's actually, like, a consistent story of someone trying to, like, copy the legacy of the first killer or whatever. So, you know, I appreciate that. Like, I'll give it to that. That's why it's not immediately going in F. If we were just going off of the first movie and what I've heard and read and watched about the first movie, immediate down. As of right now, it's fine. I'm also going to put Candyman in B because I know my brother likes it. So, you know. Friday the 13th. Obviously, you know what I'm going to do. Like, you've watched up until this point, you should know my opinion. Next, we have Lake Placid. This is franchise. I didn't know that there were other Lake Placid movies, but going off of the first one alone, this was one of my absolute favorite childhood movies. I would watch this so much. I fucking love Lake Placid, dude. That opening scene with the fucking sheriff listening to the Partridge Family, and there's a scuba diver, like, below the water. He finds the dead moose. Oh, it's so fun. It's so fun. I gotta put it in S just for the nostalgia of it. Okay, Scary Movie. I actually haven't seen all of the Scary Movies, I don't think. I'm not a big, like, horror comedy person. I'm okay with some, like, jokes in horror movies, but, like, overall, like, a comedy that's also, like, horror movies, I don't fucking know. It's just not my cup of tea, but I have seen, like, the first one. It was okay. Like, it's alright. Okay, Alien. Wait, hold on. Okay, Nightmare on Elm Street. From what I've seen so far, I actually really enjoy them. Especially because, like, it's not just the same thing over and over again. Like, that's one thing that's kind of a problem with Friday the 13th. I'll admit that it is kind of like the same premise. Like, idiot kids go to Camp Crystal Lake and they get killed. It's the same thing that happens every time. But in this one, like, it's the same thing, but, like, they change it up pretty well. Like, they even, like, kind of up his, like, abilities a little bit to, like, make it more fun and interesting to watch. So, honestly, I think for the franchise as a whole, I am gonna go with S. I really enjoy it. Okay, Alien. On Prometheus alone, just based on Prometheus alone, gotta go with S. Oh my god, dude, another comfort movie of mine. I love Prometheus. It's so good. Okay, then The Omen. I've only seen the first. It was okay. Kind of along the same lines as The Thing. Like, I get why people like it. And, like, it's enjoyable to watch, but, like, you know, it's not really something I'm watching in my free time. Okay, Children of the Corn. I am a big Stephen King fan. Children of the Corn is Stephen King, right? Yes, yeah, it is. I gotta go with A because of that. Not just because it's Stephen King, but also, like, it's a very fun concept, you know, kind of Lord of the Flies, like these kids fending for themselves in the corn, they kill adults. It's a fun thing. I actually didn't even know until, like, the other day that there were multiple Children of the Corn movies. I was looking for a movie to watch on HBO, I think, and there was, like, 6 Children of the Corn movies. I was like, what the fuck? I thought there was just the one. Okay, Cabin Fever. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure the Eli Roth film where they're at a cabin and there's, like, this flesh-eating virus in the water, that one, if that's not what this is, just pretend that that's what this is. Because I've seen that one, and I thought it was fine. I enjoyed the twist of it being, like a crazy flesh-eating virus in the water, like a pollutant, like Giardia. It's like Giardia, but it makes you, like, a freaky zombie person. I enjoyed that. Like, it's a pretty fun watch. The writing is questionable at times, but, like, it's pretty okay watch, I think. Okay, Anaconda. It's kind of along the same lines as Lake Placid, like bad CGI, people hunting down a giant animal. I believe my brother liked Anaconda more than Lake Placid. I could be wrong. I thought it was okay, but I get why people like it, you know? Okay, Final Destination. Final Destination isn't my absolute favorite of all time, but I definitely enjoy it. So for that, I will put it in A. Okay, Halloween. Halloween, pretty good, in my opinion. Not really my favorite. I don't know why. It's just not my favorite. But, you know, it's enjoyable. It's a good watch. Okay, Tremors. Okay, when I was younger, my brother was obsessed with Tremors. He loved the Trevor. He loved the Tremors movies so much, and I fucking hated them. But now, as someone who, in retrospect, really enjoys bad movies, I gotta give it its fair credit. It's a pretty fun film to watch. Okay, The Hills Have Eyes. Ow. Okay, so I've only seen the first one. Sorry, a lot of these I've only seen the first one, but I've only seen the first one, and honestly, I gotta put it down lower only because I cannot get behind, like, unnecessary assault scenes in movies. Like, sometimes, like, I can see why they put it in there, but, like, with this one, it just felt really unnecessary. Like, overall, the movie is fine, but, like, not my cup of tea, personally. Okay, Jaws. I love Jaws. I've actually seen all of them. I've seen 1 through 3. I think that's all of them. The second and third ones, obviously not nearly as good as the first. They're okay. I think they would have been better if they were, like, their own standalone movies. Like, if they had nothing to do with the original, I think they would have done much better. Like, if they didn't have that Jaws name attached to them. But, like, overall, the franchise, it's pretty solid. Insidious. Okay, I saw the, oh my god, The Red Door in theaters when it came out. It was pretty good. I appreciate the fact that he's an art major, personally. But yeah, the Insidious franchise as a whole, again, something that my roommate likes a lot more than I do, but I do really enjoy it, and I appreciate the character design, especially, like, when it comes to the, like, demon guys who harass the people. I really like the character design of some of those guys, so for that, I am going to put it in S. Like, I think that it's pretty good. So, Jurassic Park. If you didn't see, I actually made a video about Jurassic Park and why it is inherently leftist. So if you haven't seen that, you should go check it out. But of course, Jurassic Park is one of my favorite movie franchises of all time. In my opinion, the second one is the best one of all time. But apart from that, you know, it's a really great franchise and I like it. So it's going in S. It. I enjoy it a lot. Yeah, for Tim Curry's sake, I would put it, well, I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in S. No, I'm gonna put it in A. I really enjoy it, but like the original movie wasn't as, like it wasn't as good. How do I say this? The original movie is iconic, right? You got Tim Curry, you got like a really great horror movie that impacted a lot of people. But when you compare it to the book, it's not very much like the book. And that's a big thing for me personally as an avid reader. So I am going to put it down lower. When you consider the new movies, like the remakes, they're much more accurate to the book. Like I think there's still some things that they changed up. But like they're also pretty good. I would say that they're all like overall good. But it definitely would be much lower if it wasn't for Tim Curry and the newer movies. So it's going to go in A. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So I think I've seen the first three. I've seen the first 3 Texas Chainsaw Massacres. They're pretty okay. Again, it's kind of like not really my cup of tea. I'm not a big fan of, how do I say this? I enjoy movies about people who go to like a backwoods area and they get harassed by like this like family of weirdos, right? But I enjoy it more when it's discussed through like, I'm about to sound like such a fucking leftist. I enjoy it more when it's discussed like more so through like kind of a socioeconomic lens, like discussing this family and how they came to be and what happened to them. Which like Texas Chainsaw Massacre like doesn't really do. Like they're just poor and crazy. And like it's fun to watch them, but like, it's okay. I get why people like it though. Okay. Alien versus Predator. I love it. It's so fun. I enjoy xenomorphs. I enjoy the Yautja, the predators, those guys. They're great. I enjoy watching them fight. I enjoy like the lore of like how they come back to Earth and they have this like sacrificial fight. It's very fun. I actually really enjoy it. I'm surprised that the movie like isn't more popular. Like I know that the movie is popular, but like I'm surprised that more people don't talk about it because it's actually like a very fun watch. Okay, Sharknado. I mean, again, kind of like Tremors. Like I kind of like hated it at first, but now as someone who appreciates bad movies, I gotta move it up, man. I actually am gonna put it above Tremors because I think that Sharknado is just a wild fucking concept, and also the fact that Abby Lee Miller was in one of them for some reason. I just think it's very fun and quirky. Like they can joke with themselves, and I appreciate that. Okay, Scream. I enjoy Scream quite a bit. I'm kind of seeing a trend here. A lot of the very popular ones are going in my top 1, which makes me feel hashtag basic. But you know what? Whatever. Call me chuggy all you want. It's fine. Oh, I didn't even realize I had Carrie and The Purge down here. Okay, The Purge. I actually really like The Purge. I will say it's been a very long time since I've seen the first one, but I recently watched like the last like 3 that have come out, and I really enjoyed them a lot actually, and I really liked the social commentary. Like it's very like surface level commentary, but I do think that it's very fun and enjoyable. And I like movies about like survival, trying to get through the night, you know, like Alien versus Predator, that sort of thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in S. Okay, because I feel like this video is getting a bit long. Maybe it's not, I don't know. Time is an illusion. But these are the last movies, the ones in Don't Know, Don't Remember. These are the last ones that I'm going to do for this video, and then I'll be done. So, 47 Meters Down. I've seen both of the 47 Meters Down movies, and I like the first one. Like, I don't think it's great, but like, it's kind of like bad movies you can't help but watching. Like the second one especially is one of those bad movies you can't help but watch, you know? Like it's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best. For the franchise as a whole, I think it's a pretty fun watch, you know? It's not the most like insightful commentary, but like it's enjoyable. It's a fun watch. The Descent. Okay, I haven't seen the second Descent, but the first one, oh my god, if you haven't seen The Descent, you should watch it. If you're afraid of caves and like Appalachia, that region or mountainous areas, maybe don't watch The Descent. But if you're fascinated by things like that, you should watch The Descent. It's so good. Oh my god. There's a blood pit. There's a pit of blood, and she has to like hide in the pit of blood so that she doesn't get eaten by these creatures, and it's so cool. Anyways, Blair Witch Project. Blair Witch Project, I believe, is like one of the first horror movies that I like sought out on my own to watch, if that makes sense. I watched it in like middle school. It's so fun. I love like found footage analog horror stuff. I should make an analog horror video, like ranking someday. But yeah, it's really fun and I enjoy it, and it's kind of started my love. Like Blair Witch Project and Marble Hornets definitely started my love of like found footage movies, things like that. If you have any found footage like movie show recommendations, let me know. Predator, obviously S. Like, what are we talking about? Alien versus Predator, aliens, gotta put Predator in S tier, okay? The Shining. I enjoyed The Shining. I don't think it's the best Stephen King work of all time, if we're being honest, but it's pretty okay. It's pretty enjoyable, and I get why people like it. Pet Sematary. It's pretty okay. It's pretty enjoyable. I get why people like it. A Quiet Place. Dude, as someone who's currently learning ASL, ASL? That thing? Sign language? I'm so fucking stupid. I really enjoy A Quiet Place, actually. It's so cool, like, how they can adapt to this world where you need to be silent. And dude, that fucking ending of the first one with John Krasinski, oh my god, and he's signing I love you, and it's so sad. I cried. I cried so hard. Oh my god. It was so sad. Really good though. It's if you don't know what it is, it's about this family. The daughter is deaf, so they all know sign language, and they're navigating this world where these creatures hunt them based off of sound. So they all speak sign language during the movie, and it's really cool. Yeah. So Frankenstein. Okay, so I'm going off of the Frankenstein book, not the movies. I haven't seen any of the movies, but going off of the book alone, gotta go with S. I mean, come on. I am a big horror fan. I am realizing I have more movies in S than any other tier, which is because I really like horror and I enjoy them thoroughly. But yeah, Gremlins. I'm gonna put Gremlins in B. It's fine. It's a good movie for your kids, I guess. It's all right. House of a Thousand Corpses. So I will say I've only seen this movie once, but I did enjoy it. So like, you know, like. It's fine. It's a little fun. The Mummy. Going off of the first and second Mummy movies. Those are the ones I've seen, I'm pretty sure. Obviously, the man himself. I love Brendan Fraser. and so for that reason, it's going in S, just for him alone. Yeah. Goddamn, I really like horror franchises. Okay. Whatever. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed me just blabbering for God knows how long. And I hope that you like, subscribe, comment, share, all that stuff. If you have ideas for future videos or stuff you want to see me talk about, let me know. Fucking be gay, do crime.